We got a long way to go and a short time to get there, so we will move on. Swerve and Nana came to the ring. And Swerve called out, and Brian, with all due deference to Dick the Boozer and the Boar Horseman, which I think is classic naming, I saw a guy on Twitter, you know what he's calling the plumber? Johnny Moxville. I like it. I like it. But whatever his Swerve calls out, Jesus Christ, they got no one ringside on one side of the ring. The screen and the entrance is 20 feet away from the fucking ring. And this hobo has to walk in from the goddamn outer hallway, past the sign that says auditorium this way, and through, and that's how can this building seat 2,000 people? And then we got the email that, you know, it's a 5,000 seater and they cut it in fucking half and just had a blank wall there. But this, I don't know where to start or what to say. Maybe they've finally broken me to where I can't even get indignation anymore. But this was the most awkward, meandering, ineffective, boring exhibition. I don't know what, and I don't know how they thought that it was going to make Swerve look anything more than like shit, like they have for I don't know how long now. To have them do a face-to-face in the middle of the ring, Swerve and Moxley just stand there and stick his fucking goofy face out and make eyeballs at him, while Swerve meandered around the ring. He had no energy. He was walking around turning his back on Moxley while Moxley was making goofy faces. Maybe it's just his face. And chewing gum while Swerve was reciting this material that he had prepared to really incisively get into Moxley's head that he, you know, what's happened to you? You hide behind everybody. But the fans were bored while Swerve was meandering around, and it looked like Moxley, like it was all. Swerve made it look fake because it sounded fake, because it was obviously some memorized shit that he was probably trying to look away from Moxley so it wouldn't break his train of thought, staring into that goofy fucking face. And then Moxley made Swerve look like a goddamn idiot by just standing there, not at all threatened or insulted or incensed or aggravated or nettled or harassed or by anything he was saying. And then suddenly, this is where I was like, what the fuck is going on here? Nana's on the floor watching these two in the ring face to face with each other. And suddenly you get the camera shot. Claudio is on the floor behind Nana. And Moxley can see that, but Swerve can't. And the crowd is yelling and screaming. That's the first time that the crowd has made any noise through this whole thing. They're yelling, hey, behind you. But Swerve and Nana are apparently deaf because they don't turn around. And then Swerve turns around and looks, but Nana doesn't. But Swerve doesn't say to Nana, Nana, look out behind you. Swerve just stares at Claudio behind Nana. And then all four of them are mute and motionless. And the fans start chanting Swerve's house for no reason because there's nothing else going on. And then Moxley started talking, mumbling, talking in the riddles, meandering around, and again being boring again. But Swerve, you're going to say, he puts Swerve over, but then he says, you're going to suffer. I don't give handouts. How far are you willing to go? Meanwhile, Nana still hasn't turned around and got away from goddamn Claudio. He's just standing there. Did you see that? That he never turned around and just got away from Claudio.
Yeah, I was waiting for the turn. It never happened.
And then after this long dissertation from the plumber, and by the way, again, You don't know what the fuck he's saying. He's delivering it in a rapid fire fashion. You wouldn't be able to really memorize this, but it doesn't make any fucking sense. So Marina Schaefer suddenly comes out to and gets up on the apron of the ring with a crowbar. But then Willow Nightingale comes out and gets up on the apron with a fake lead pipe. And then everybody's immobile again. The girls are standing each other off. Nana and Claudio are down on the floor just with their arms folded. And Swerve tells Moxley off more and tells him he's going to win the World Heavyweight title and Moxley can continue to play Jon Moxley on TV. And then they make mean faces.
How about that line? That's a bit of a, in another era, that would almost cross a line. What did you think of that line?
Well, I don't know. I don't know if they know exactly what they're doing or not, but he is reinforcing everybody's opinion of Moxley. But at the same time, that was the thing. They made mean faces at each other and then they left, but then suddenly Marina ran back and got on Willow, and the guys said, well, we can stand out here with all these weapons and threaten people all we want, but goddamn, when it comes to violence, we got to pull these women apart and keep them from fighting, because the guys just pulled the girls apart, and then they went to the break. Does Swerve know that Moxley has buried him like he's buried everybody else? Is he tired of the tomfoolery, or is that something that Tony Khan fed him to be edgy with the internet fans?
We shall see. I just saw some clips. Swerve did an interview with Vlad TV. Does a lot of interviews on YouTube with usually a lot of hip hop guys and just various people. Swerve shows so much more charisma just talking regular, talking straight, than trying to do a promo. He seems like he gets lost sometimes when he's doing these promos. He says the wrong thing and he gets lost. But when he's just talking straight, you see it. I see it more when he talks straight than when he's out there with Nana doing his promo.
If only he had a manager that could help do some of the promos with the dates and places and facts and figures and everything, and just let him be a personality. Then wait. But not only gets to speak whenever somebody steals his clothing.
Or he has to plug his coffee.
Skipping over some more stuff, Samoa Joe was in the back doing comedy skits with children and choked Max Caster out.
Did you watch that? Because I just want to point out, the fans started chanting Max Caster's chant. I told you it was going to happen, and it happened.
More importantly, for the viewing public, they are this thin in putting people in the ring that know what they're doing, and Samoa Joe's in the back doing comedy skits with the kids.